All of these are used, and all of them will continue to be used. It's called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Hey, hi, hello, how are you, NPM? We're starting off this year with a unhaul. I know a lot of people have been doing book hauls, but I got home for winter break and I just looked at my shelves and I was like, none of this is bringing me joy. I see all of these titles that I've read and don't really care about, or that I don't think I'm really ever going to read, and I just needed a refresh. Not new books. Try not to buy some books. But I have all these books and I just look at them and they just don't make me happy. So I'm trying to Marie Kondo a little bit. I say with all these books. The majority of these books will be for sale on my Pango books, which is down below, and then other ones I will donate. Literally, the reason why this angle is the way it is because I have bags of lots of books over there that are either getting sold on Pango or that I am donating very, very soon. So I have a lot of books to get rid of. A lot of books to talk about in this video. This video is not going to be particularly positive, so I do apologize for that. If you want to watch a positive video, go watch my top 10 of the year, or, you know, a reading vlog or something like that. This is just me getting rid of books, so let's do it. I realized I just need to stop like buying books if I'm at a bookstore. Anywhere there is books, I feel like I have to buy a book, and that's just not real. And I keep buying books where I'm like, I've heard of that once maybe, and then I buy it and then I read it and then it's fine and I don't really get anything out of that. So that's a lot of these books. This is A Princess in Theory. I read this last year. It was fine. It's by Alyssa Cole. It's about a woman who gets an email from a foreign prince and he's like, hey, I want to marry you, and she's like, what the heck, what is this, spam? And it's not spam, it's actually a real guy. It was kind of cute, but it's fine, I don't need it. Going from one bookstore to another. Then I have Truly Devious. Now this is a book I bought forever ago now. I think I got it at least 3 years ago, more than that maybe, and I bought it and I read it pretty fast after I bought it and I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars at the time, and I just never continued on with the series. I have really no interest anymore really continuing with the series, and if I do, I probably will just pick up the audiobooks because I think I even listened to this on audio. That is what I'm finding a lot, is I love audiobooks. I love using my local libraries. I just would rather own the books that I love and need to own rather than just like random books. Then I have The Cactus. This is a book that I recently DNF'd, but also a book that I recently bought used. This is just not at all what I thought it was going to be. It's like this woman who's like literally the worst, like fat phobic and like just a disgusting human, and she gets pregnant and she like has an arrangement with her brother's best friend, and I guess there's a romance, but it's just similarly to Truly Devious, I have A Study in Charlotte. Again, I read this when I bought it and I really liked it, and then I never continued on with the series because I just think I will listen to the audiobooks if I'm going to pick them up. Didn't particularly love it, so I don't really need to own it, and maybe someone else will love it a lot more. Then I have The Secret Life of Bees. This is a book I again got from a used bookstore. I'm taking out the bookmark right here right now because I'm not reading this book. This was for a video that I canceled. This was for a canceled video because I didn't feel like reading this and I didn't really enjoy the little bit of it that I read. Then we have Bringing Down the Duke, another symptom of me going, hey, I know that book, I recognize it, and then I bought it. I also probably bought this with some other books when I ordered them on Pango or Depop or something like that, and it's just easier to bundle things, and you know, I love a bundle. So I got this book. I don't think I'm gonna read this book at all. I really just, I wish I thought that I would, but I have no interest in it. Then again, we have another, wait for it. Come on, just make this fun. There we go. Another book that had a bookmark in it. I started this 2019 maybe. Big Little Lies. I'd heard of it. I'd heard of the series. I started it. It's not my thing. I got it at a used bookstore. I got all these at a used bookstore. All of these are used, and all of them will continue to be used. It's called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Next we have The Handmaid's Tale. This, again, I read it. I bought it used. I thought it was fine. I'm trying not to keep classics that I don't really like because I'm like, oh, this makes me seem smart, and like that I read it because it's cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna read it again. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison's great. I have nothing bad to say about Toni Morrison. I just don't need this book anymore. Another book I picked up at Goodwill. The Discovery of Witches. I was like, oh, I've heard of this. I'm not picking this up. I'm not picking this up. And I've also already canceled the video I was gonna do for this. So I already was like, we're not doing that. Again, if I want to read this, I'll pick up the audiobooks or I'll just watch the series. This was what was gonna be for that video. This is A Secret History of Witches. I don't even remember what I thought this was gonna be about, and I sure as hell don't know what it's about, actually. It looked like that one book, Alice Hoffman, and I don't think it is. So then we have Walden and Civil Disobedience. I got this because I thought it would make my English teacher like me more. She already did like me, and I don't think she would have cared. And also, like, Thoreau's just kind of sexist, and we don't need this. I read it in school as well, so I don't really need it. But I bought it after that because I'm a freaking teacher's pet. Then we have Foxheart. This is by Claire Legrand. This is a book I probably also gave 4 stars. I thought it was good. I liked it. It's a middle grade. I really couldn't tell you what it's about because I read it 4 years ago. I don't know. It recently had a sequel come out, or a companion or something like that. I just don't really like Claire Legrand, so. Then I have My Lady Jane. This again, I know for a fact I picked up because I bought some other books from a seller. I have read this. I listened to the audiobook. I think the audiobooks are great. I don't need to own this book. Then we have A Pinch of Magic. This is a book I actually recently read. I read this in, I don't know, like November, December, and I just didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I got this from Pango Books. It's gonna go back to Pango Books. I am gonna continue with the series, listening to the audiobooks. Then I have The Darkest Minds. I, for some reason, think it's like, if I don't either finish or like a series, I'm gonna keep the first books. And I don't know why that is a thing that I have thought of, but I no longer subscribe to that rule. This is book 1 in the Darkest Minds series. I really enjoyed this when I read it. I watched the movie. It was like pre-book before movie series, pre-read react review. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it's a soon to be a major motion picture. That's when I got this book. And I was like so down with reading the series, and then I just didn't. So I liked it. I think it's a solid dystopian if you're looking for a classic little hit of that, but I don't need to own it, and I think someone else would probably enjoy it more at this time in my life. This one, The Ravens. I, again, picked this up used and listened to the audiobook, and I thought it was fine. It has a sequel. I don't think I'll read it. It is about a sorority, kind of like Bunny for Kids, and it was fine. Then we have Well Met by Jen DeLuca. Another book I think I listened to on audio. I actually might have. I probably listened to it on audio. I thought it was cute. I even at one point was like, I'm gonna continue with the series. I don't think I'm gonna continue with the series because I don't think I like romance series, to be honest. But really, unless they're like my favorite author, I just don't think, I don't. This is about a, what's it called, fair? A Renaissance fair. This was very forgettable. I remember like having to review this at the end of the month I read this and not remembering what was happening. So that was this book. I don't need to read it again. If I want to read the other companions, million companions, I will just listen to the audiobooks or get them from my library. I only have a few more books left, guys. We're doing so good. I didn't show a lot of these books because I don't want you to feel bad. And then I have the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I got this at Goodwill. I think I did. Now I'm questioning. I know I was with a friend. Maybe they got this at Goodwill? I have no recollection. Anyways, this is Agatha Christie meets Groundhog Day. That's actually a good description of what this book is. It was very confusing. I listened to the audiobook. I have no intention of keeping it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was fine. It was good and fun and confusing, and I don't need it. My last 2 books go together. They are The Bromance Book Club and Crazy Stupid. Am I missing one? Where's the other one? Okay, well, I'm also getting rid of the second one, but apparently I lost it, which is Undercover Did I sell it already? No, that doesn't sound like me. Did I already list it? Did I already unhaul? I have no recollection. Anyways, I'm getting rid of the first, second, and third of these books, which I probably very recently hauled because my hauls are very infrequent because I don't buy books. I use my library. Shocker. This one was very good. I liked it. It was a good time. I listened to it on audio. Second one was bad and I lost it already. I think it's somewhere. And then the third one, I love this cover. The title is great. I don't foresee myself reading it, really. And if I will, I'll listen to it on audio or get it from my library. I bought it used, so I'm now selling it used. Wow, guys. 26 books. Any, like, on the whim ones I want to unhaul right now? There are a few books I could get rid of at the moment, but I'm gonna keep them all. I'm gonna hold on to them for a little bit more just to see if I read them. You never know. Like, they could be my favorites and then I would be sad that I got rid of them. But this is a good stack for now. I mean, 26 bucks, heck man, that's a lot. Like I said, the ones I showed you here will be on Pango. Actually, probably not the classics because I just feel like those are, you can find them anywhere. If you see any books on my shelves that you think I should get rid of, that would be really funny if you commented down below. And let me know if you guys have unhauled books already this year. I love unhauling books and I like usually just do it at really random times, which is like why I have very purposefully collected a stack because I just kind of like, I'm like, no, not anymore. Yeah, I like having a curated shelf. I like having books that I really like. Feel a little bit better with how we look right now. Anyways, those are all the books I'm unhauling. Like, actually, let me know how many books you've unhauled or how many books you've hauled so far in 2023. I think I've hauled 2 and I've unhauled 26. So I'm winning. Anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to all the things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.